Good morning everyone and welcome back to CJ Explores. If you've been following our stories on Instagram, you will have seen that Destination Defender are having some car troubles at the moment. So we're in Kununurra with them while they wait for their truck to get towed back to Darwin. But today we're doing something exciting. We have hired a rental four-wheel drive and we're going to go down to the Bungle Bungles. Been a long morning drive, but it's been very beautiful. So we have just turned off the Great Northern Highway onto Purnululu National Park, and it is 53 kilometres until the visitor centre. So we're going to park up Rolo, our little Corolla, just here at the caravan park, which is only 1k in there because this is all unsealed. And then we're going to jump in the car with Charlie and Sarah, the Mitsubishi Pajero. And we're going to crack on the rest of the way with them. Off to Purnululu. Yo! Hi Rolo. So we just passed the visitor centre heading into Bungle Bungles, and we are going to go to the southern section today. However, we've just had a quick look in the boot of our car because there was someone who had a flat tyre, so we were looking for a jack. Boot of this rental car does not have any tools or a jack, so we are going bareback today. We are going without any equipment and we're just going to take it easy and make a call on whether we can do it, but they did say it should be good enough. It was actually better on the southern track than it was on the road coming in, so we will just play it by ear and see.
Okay, behind us is the domes. The first we're going to go to. It's a 700-meter walk around the domes, and they look amazing. We've never seen a landscape like it before. Crazy to think that these were hidden for ages and people saw them when they were on, I think, a flight above. Someone was scouting locations and they saw this in the 70s, and what a crazy place. It just kept hidden for so long.
Okay, so we are going to do the domes trail loop now. It's 400 meters and it's going to take us through these really odd looking beehive kind of structures that look so cool as we were driving up to them. It's only a 400 meter track, and then after that we have got a little 2 meter track to do. 2 kilometer track, which is going to be a little bit longer. Yeah, be a bit hot. So the story of this place goes that this was owned by a farmer. He had one of those crazy 1 million square kilometer farms, just a whole bunch of land that he owned. He hadn't explored all of it. And then one day in the 1970s, there was a flight going overhead and they saw these unique rock formations. And you can see why this is one of only 20 UNESCO World Heritage listed sites in Australia, because it's just so unique here. It is formed by ancient riverbeds and just years and years of weather, water and wind erosion over these rocks. And because it's sandstone, it erodes quite quickly. So this, I think, is Pickaninny Creek, and it is completely dry at the moment. You cannot see any water running down it. All the water resources have been used up, and we are waiting for the rains to come, so we're currently in the build-up. But as the creek bed is dry, you can see these little holes, which are actually formed by stones. The stones that are in the bottom, when the creek is running, the stones act as grinders and they will like swirl around. All it takes is one pebble to start, or a little notch in the rock below, and then it starts grinding it out, and over a long time you get these pools, which you don't normally get to see because it's underwater. It's just a feature of running water over stone that erodes. And if you have some pebbles in there that are a bit harder than the stone that erodes, you get those cool little basins, natural little basins that work out as really good little plunge pools in the summer.
I'm just struggling with the heat. It's so hot now. It's pushing 40 degrees. We're here at the wrong time of the year. Probably September is probably the latest you should go, and we're here about mid-October. So it's just too hot. It's so beautiful, but it's just too hot to really enjoy it, because you want to take your time, go through it, like snap the landscape. But I'm just so hot.
Just trying to escape the sun.
Yeah, I'm just escaping the sun, and it's not, what's the time? Like 9 AM. But just a little bit further down Cathedral Gorge, and that's all in the shade, so I'm excited.
We have entered Cathedral Gorge now, and this place is giving me vertigo. The walls are so high. It's just, I don't know, it's really impressive. You can see massive boulders have fallen down. We're just coming into the actual cathedral part now.
Oh, I'm too hot, mate. I'm too hot.
Another thing that we noticed when we were travelling through Queensland and Northern Territory, there were a lot more travellers than here, and we can see why. It's just because it's so hot. It's nearly to the point of unbearable, but especially for the older generation, the grey nomads, which make up the majority of the tourism around like caravan parks and national parks and things. It's possibly too hot and too dangerous. They just wouldn't be able to get out and see some of these places with the risk of heat stroke, and yeah, having an accident in this kind of heat would be possibly a life or death situation. It's cool to see this place with no one else around as well, so there are benefits to coming sort of on a low season. Oh my giddy kipper, what a day it has been. We have just driven after going to
Bungle Bungles.
the Bungle Bungles.
3:30 wake up.
Very early morning, very hot out at Bungle Bungles, and it's a 50k unsealed road in and out. By the time we got out, we were feeling very nauseous, very tired and exhausted, possibly suffering a little bit of dehydration. But we have made it to Ngummin Cliff Rest Area, and this is epic. Tomorrow we will be in Broome, but we're going to set up here for tonight, have some dinner, and we'll see you guys in the next one. Bye!